Hey, good morning, y'all. You know, if I'm doing something, it's going to be in the kitchen. And let's look at these cabinets and let's look at our guest because our guest is a master of disaster. Josh, tell me a little bit about the house that you just redid, and I am in awe.
Well, we gutted it. We started fresh on most of the structure. We kept some of the things like the original cabinets, ended up repainting those, new countertops. The kitchen here pretty much upgraded, kitchen sink, appliances, and then started room by room fixing rot and termite repair.
Yes.
And getting it back to livable.
Lots of termite repair, but you know what really blows my mind, and people have seen the beginning of the video, the color, just bringing out the light, the bright. It's still a small house,
yeah,
but it looks totally twice as big.
Yeah, and we ended up adding can lights throughout, which will help.
Mm-hmm.
The white definitely helps. Some of the colors were darker, and the dark stained trim
right
would have been, just period for the time of the house. So.
Now, for folks who have seen the front of this house, it looked a little Spanish different something. It was very
unique. The arch stone columns were different.
Yes, very different.
And the steel gates and stuff. So all that went away. We changed the roof line around, got rid of some water issues, and new roof. And then the porch is opened up a little bit, so it's a little more airy, and wooden columns, and painted the house white. So typical for our farmhouse style here.
Yes. Now let's talk a little bit about your vision for teaching children about agriculture.
Yeah, so that's why we bought the property, is we want to be able to bring the farm back to ball ground, let kids, families come out and enjoy it. We're going to grow strawberries and sunflowers and have a fall market and a spring plant sale. We'll do school groups coming out here to learn about how we collect eggs every day, and if we raise some animals, we'll have some baby cows here for cuddling with and learn about how to raise them. And then really anything we can tie to teaching kids where our food comes from. That's why we want the place.
Yeah, and it's amazing to have a source for your own food when we see disasters all around us.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were gonna, next year we'll step up our plant production to stuff that we can put up for the season, and then whatever extra we'll sell here in town.
That's going to be so cool. Now, when we're looking down the hall, the back door, did that change?
The hall and the back door did not change. This little section of the house here pretty much stayed the same size. We got rid of the bathroom that was off to the left there.
Right, I see that wall.
And didn't really need to change much of that space. That was probably one of the later additions to the house.
Exactly. So you ended up with a primary bedroom that has plenty of space, its own private entry, which is really, really awesome.
Private bath.
Private bath. Now let's go to the front of the house and let's talk about, I think I really, really love that chandelier, and you're repurposing that.
Yep, that came out of our house when we did another renovation of our place.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And when we see this, now that people have seen the dining room and the living area, this one big open space, before it had, I called it a tragic fireplace because it was really bad. It was really bad, and it didn't look safe to me. But you've rewired, you've replumbed, you've done all of that, and the new bathrooms, just amazing, and it does make it look bigger. Now, termite damage was a big issue.
Yeah, the back section of the house pretty much started over. New floor joists, a lot of new studs in the walls. Subfloor was all gone. So.
Is there anything about this house that you're thinking, God, I should have done this, I should have done that, or did you just kind of work down the hall, do this? Because this is pretty much exactly as it should be. I don't think you've wasted 1 inch of space.
No, we're pretty good about maximizing the use. Only having 2 baths, we knew we needed a Jack and Jill entrance for common bath. It's a little strange to have it off the master, or off the kitchen, but coming off the living room was even harder. So it kind of, because of the size and the constraints there, and we had to have access to the back, so we had to use the old hallway. So there wasn't a ton more we could change, really.
And so you end up with one bedroom that would be a nursery.
Yeah,
It is
it's smaller.
perfect,
I mean,
perfect location near the
young
primary
kids,
bedroom.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to encourage people, look at his cabinets, because I actually have the same cabinets and they are really offensive to me, and I hated mine. So now you've encouraged me, because mine are just dark and ugly, and now they could be just like this.
I mean, this will get us a few more years. New
Yeah.
paint, new hardware, fixes.
And it's good wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's good wood, and that's the whole thing. If you're doing a flip or a remodel and you know your budget is tight, well, then don't redo cabinets, because these wood cabinets look fantastic. Fantastic. Now, when you did the kitchen, you didn't change any space in here at all. And it's
No.
been functional for years.
Yeah, it's worked.
You know?
There's not a lot we could have changed. We probably would have taken this wall out to open it into there, but then we lose some counter space,
Right.
appliance locations, and then we had to change windows and stuff. So for this, this go around on the renovation for this house, it's about as good as we could do.
And if you took that wall down and put an island, then it really takes away that space. And the way that is
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
perfect.
would not have a dining room then.
Mhm,
You'd have a functional kitchen.
Now, for people who know the history of this house, you know that a whole lot of cakes have been delivered out of this kitchen. So we started with this room because the kitchen really is the heart of the home. And for many years, a lady lived here who baked for everybody. And everybody you talk to in Ball Ground has had a cake from Miss Shirley's kitchen. So a lot of food was prepared in here. And now you have a young family going to move in. And when we think about this is what attracts young people. They want it simple. They just want it to be bright, airy, and you've done all of that. And how many months did it take you? 4?
Yeah, I mean, we probably could have done it a little quicker, but we are building other houses.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of a side project. So.
Yeah, now tell folks if they want to get in touch with you, because you do build from the ground up, and your homes are usually in the 5s to 7s.
Yeah, I mean, we'll build custom any price point if we can hit it. But yeah, if we're spec building in town, it's 5 to 7s.
And when you came to Ball Ground, what did you expect?
I didn't expect what we've gotten so far. Since we were kind of the first builder up here, I don't know, 7 years ago or so. That was fun because it was new and different, and nobody had really seen new houses coming into town in a long time.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot has changed since then, but it's been great to be a part of the community since we live right downtown here, and we're going to expand with the farm and try to bring the business to town and keep people coming up here. It's been welcoming. The town's been great to us. So.
Yeah. And I think one of the great things that we all have learned is people are moving here because they want the lifestyle we have.
Yeah.
We don't want a grocery store. We don't want anything that's going to bring more traffic. We're fine driving 7 miles to Freeholm, driving 7 miles to Canton, driving 9 miles to Jasper to do our shopping, because we want this quaint community that has worked forever. So although we want new homes, we don't want to change our footprint as far as the community goes.
No, and we got more people coming in, so there's more opinions and things running around here. But it's been good. I mean, people, we're seeing a revitalization of the parks. You hear screaming kids and running around and dogs barking, and that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
If it was too quiet, and you would see decline in the town, but we are seeing everything.
Yeah,
pick up.
as everybody says, if you don't grow, you die.
Yeah.
So with housing, we're growing, and when you did the first cottages, and I remember showing one and thinking, this is never going to work. Wrong.
I could have
It
built 100
worked
of
so
those.
well.
Yeah.
I know
The timing was right on those.
Yeah, the timing was
the
right.
price point was good at the time. Of course, they've all doubled in price since we built them, so it's been great for the owners. But the small, walkable to downtown kind of model worked really well.
Yeah.
And we were selling them faster than we could build them.
Absolutely.
But we just, as prices went up, price of materials shot up, those houses got into the 3s, and that is a little tricky to
It
sell.
is.
So.
I think the first one I showed of yours was $159,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I laughed when I left there. I said, if you buy this, where are you going to put your shoes? Because I knew that she had a lot of shoes.
Sure.
So,
Yep.
but when we look at what's happening in Ball Ground, when we look at what's happening in Cherokee County, we find a lot of people are coming here to retire, and at the same time, people are coming here to raise their children.
Sure.
So we're getting a variety, and that's really cool. I love when a grandparent comes in and looks at a house and then says, I love it so much here, I want my children to move here.
Right.
That's always very positive, because then you grow by families.
Yeah, we've moved my parents, they're just right up the hill, and my wife's parents are 2 minutes down the road, so we're all real close.
Yeah.
Because they're going to need support later on, and we need support. We call them for our kids all the time. So.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the name of your farm.
Two Little Hands Farm.
Two Little Hands, because you have
two little girls.
Two little girls.
Yeah, they're on the logo here. That's Buddy and Maggie. So.
And do they actually love the dirt? Are they those kids that play in the dirt again?
Yeah, they're the kind of kids that, when we take the pigs to market, they say, well, when's the bacon coming back?
Yeah.
They understand we're raising animals to eat, and they want to be outside and playing. Mm-hmm. They've had some good opportunities, and now having more land for them to run around would be great.
Now, when do you think that your farm here will be ready? Next spring?
Yeah, we will open spring, probably April 1st.
Okay.
With a plant sale. So we'll have plant starts, tomatoes, vegetables, kind of things you can put in your own garden. Mm-hmm. Annuals and perennials, we'll probably do a good bit of that. So people can come out and get their gardens started for the year without having to plant a bunch of seeds.
Now, let me ask you something. What do you do with all your blueberries?
Right now, my kids eat them.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
wow.
We have buckets of frozen blueberries that they are constantly into.
I love that.
Next year, we may do some U-pick because we are getting enough to what we can have for the year and still give away some.
Well, one day I want to do a blueberry cobbler and use your blueberries.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I have a blueberry cobbler recipe. I did it on TV one day, and people said, "Is that all you do to it?" And I said, "That's all you have to do to it.
Yeah.
It naturally works, and it's perfect." So when you get blueberries again, I'd love to have someone do a local blueberry cobbler. That'd be awesome.
Sure.
Yeah.
If things work out, we'll have the blueberries, and we'll probably have an acre of strawberries for you pick next year.
That'll be awesome.
That'll be nice to try.
And again, tell folks where you're located.
We're at, this house is at 711 Old Dawsonville Road, Mall Ground.
Did you choose that address? That's pretty cool.
No, but it's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. 7-Eleven. Okay, guys, I'm going to go through the house now. Thank you, Josh, for your information. And we're going to show you, this used to be a very dark and dismal dining room. It was so dark. And it did not scream, hey, come and have a meal. It screamed, I'm dark, I'm dismal. No longer that. And, one of the things I love the most about this house is that he went to the office that was not really used anymore as an office and made it a huge laundry mudroom. That's amazing, coming in off the garage, and it has an oversized garage, so that's really, really cool. And then this is the dreaded wall where the fireplace that really didn't work as a fireplace sat. And this was the primary bedroom. He changed it, and it is now an extra bedroom, and completely did away with that. They had a problem in here with the termites and had to do a lot of work. Here's a big, nice closet. So again, and you have a Jack and Jill bedroom, or Jack and Jill bathroom between the kitchen and the living area, so everything's convenient. And when we look at this, we've got another small closet. So, you can put your shoes and your purses in there and then put the rest of your stuff in the other closet. But this is an amazing design. And I know now that you've seen the video of the old bathroom, how cool is this? And with kids and puppies, you need a bathtub. Everybody knows that. So, and back again to the kitchen. And remember, the kitchen really is the heart of the home.